We're talking the 2016 PSAC Indoor Championships on the men's side, taking place this weekend in Edinboro. This is head coach Dave Osanitsch. Coach O, thanks for the time as always.
My pleasure, Bill.
We're taking a look here on the men's side, and it's really a wonderful thing that's been going the last several years with the consistency of quality performances, quality athletes, and the depth at which you have seemed to build over the last several years. And this season seems to be no different in terms of the fact that you have a whole wide-ranging bit of people who can contribute to this team this year at the PSACs.
Yeah, should be an exciting year, absolutely. We've got some major goals that we'd like to hit this year at the conference meet. Just like on the women's side, we haven't tapered really much yet, so we've begun our taper, so I should expect some big things. The team is very deep and very talented, and I would really like to see us go after the, I believe in 2012 squad that won for us. They scored 213 points.
I think that's right, yeah.
I'd like us to eclipse that this year. That's our goal as a team, I think. That and scoring in every event. We have the possibility of scoring in every event this year, and we'd really like to do that and put a stamp on this team and show it is one of the best teams ever. I think I can feel it brewing in practice. They're starting to get excited. They're starting to look at what goals they can set. I'm always impressed with the men's team. I'm really excited with the energy level. Sometimes when you've won a lot, it's hard to get them up. But this team doesn't seem to have a problem with that. Every year it seems like we just clean the slate and say, okay, we need to prove ourselves again. Okay, we need to prove ourselves again. And if we're fortunate enough to pull it off this weekend, this will be 6 in a row. We definitely are excited about that. And it's good leadership on both the men's and women's side. Not to drop back to the women,
Right.
We have good leadership. You got to get people who were there and have experience and have been successful. Those always make the best leaders because they say, hey, this is how we do it. This is how we're successful.
You've established that tradition.
Right.
And you want to
We've been
maintain it.
fortunate to have great leadership and great student athletes on both sides, men and women. And that's how you build excitement for this meet. And we as coaches have really put a lot of emphasis in the conference championship meets, indoor and outdoor, and say, hey, this isn't just another meet. This is what we work really hard for. This is what we put all our periodization into, and this is where we expect to do our best. The throws squad is very, very good. I've been just trying to stay out of the way. We're really blessed with some great coaches who have led them, but we have got some amazing talent. Future Hall of Famer Grant Smith. This is his last eligibility at indoor, and he wants to go out on top. And he's just done so much for the program. And then Alex come along wonderfully. Pearson, our transfer, has come in great. Wolf, another transfer, has done really well for us. It goes on and on. But those guys should be big point scorers, and we're really looking forward to that.
Right.
Then in the other field events, you've got in the high jump, you got Jalen's really hitting it at the right time. He's really finding his groove.
Well, how exciting is it going to be with Will Berry and Jalen Rames
Oh,
and Tracy Davis? And
should be
that
great.
high jump
Should be great.
competition's
I mean,
gonna be-
three great guys, 3 people you just really like to watch and perform against each other. Just great. It should be a great show over
Yeah.
there, no doubt about it. And then Danny Meyer has just been getting it done for us forever in the multis, and he's looking really strong right now. I think he's going to break his personal PR and be right up at the top there. The pole vault men have done a really nice job this year as well. They've come on and been very consistent, which is what I like to see. And then, of course, you cannot forget about Laquan Chapman,
Sure.
the multi-time All-American and future Hall of Famer, too. He also is using up his last year of eligibility right here indoor, and he'd like to go out on top. He has been building every meet towards this, and he's looking really, really good right now. So as far as the field events, that's really what's going on for us. We've got a lot of talent in a lot of areas, and it'll be interesting to see what they can throw down and what they can do this weekend.
Sure, and then you take it over to the track, and you have, a crew of sprinters that is with Drew Digby coming in as a transfer, joining in. You have several hurdlers who are capable of making an impact, and then Coach Spence, had such an outstanding cross-country season, and several of those distance runners have seemed to make that solid transition back into the indoor season. That's going to be a lot of fun just as much.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I mean, Kieran Sutton is just lights out right now, and so he'll be leading the distance squad. Braden Burning, senior, is just doing great. I mean, he looked so great up at Boston. I'm really excited to see what he can do.
And that's special for him too, because he's sort of dealt with some injuries the last couple of years.
Yeah, and he's really healthy right now and running really great. And then, other distance guys, you got Chris Mullen, who's can't wait for the steeple, but he's running great right now. Timmy Usher has just stepped up right into that 800 slot that we needed him to do, which has been great for us. Dominic Stroh, the fabulous freshman we've had, has just been amazing. He was fighting a little bit of a cold going into Boston, but now that's gone, and now he looks fantastic. A lot of exciting things going on in the distance group, and I'm sure I missed Bala looks good. I mean, I could go on and on. Again, I hate to miss anybody specifically. But the relay should be great. Our DMR should be great. 4x8 should be solid. Our 4x4 should be solid. And then kind of transitioning over to the sprinters and the hurdlers. I mean, goodness, we haven't had this kind of short sprint speed in a long time. So, You know, you've got RJ and Digby and Chris Craig. And Ricky's our guy in the 400 this year. He's been running really, really well. He ran great on our 4x4 that went 3:15 up at Boston, and he's going to be our guy in the 400 for sure, with some other guys in there. But you know, he'll be hanging, you know, being the leader in that event where we've been very strong in the 400. So we're excited to see what he can do. The men's high hurdle should be just a phenomenal event at conferences. There is a lot of talent in that event in the conference. East Stroudsburg's got 2 great high hurdlers, plus ours and some other guys from the conference. It should be a really, really fun and exciting race.
The 8 people that make it to finals in that race
are legit.
Really gonna earn it.
They're legit? Yeah, there's no doubt about it. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, I mean, they're going to put on a show. I'm hoping, you know, we show up and we really get going. You know, we really try to stress to our team to stay classy. You know, we don't want to be never known as that team that people don't respect. You know, we like to try to do most of our talking on the track and the field. So I always relay to them, you know, win with class, and if you lose, lose with class. You know, that's the way we want our program to be portrayed, and we really strongly try to push that persona on them. So we're not real loud and rambunctious usually, but we just try to do what we can do on the track and show we can get it done.
It's an admirable way to go about it, and it's really exciting to see what all these men are capable of this weekend. You'll see them Saturday and Sunday at Edinboro in the PSAC Championships. Follow us on Twitter at Shippy Raiders and at PSACTF. We'll be doing live updates throughout the weekend, and then check out shipraiders.com for the recaps. Coach O, good luck this weekend.
Thank you, and don't forget about Austin McGinley, All-American cross-country runner. Let's see what he can do on the track.